What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to map your PrimeHack controller to be like Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. So we're going to start by opening our controllers here. You're going to want this set to the Metroid Wii Remote function. Not emulated Wii Remote or any of this, just specifically this one here. PrimeHack has a special setting that's different than the regular Dolphin program that actually gives different kind of controller support to the Metroid Prime trilogy. So you're going to open the configurations next. You'll see the settings. Some of the stuff will already be mapped, and then you'll have to just map it to the specifications that you want. So we'll start up here at the top. And for reference, I am using an Xbox controller, so A and B are reversed, X and Y are reversed, you know. We will start with the shoot and select function. You will remember that A is always select, but in Metroid Prime Remastered, trigger R lets you shoot as well. Unfortunately, I was not able to completely swing that, so trigger R will also select stuff. But you'll just make button B or button A if you're on a different controller, but for me I did button B because it's an Xbox. And then you're going to want this in between here, and I'll show you where to get those. It's on the operators. And it's going to be the OR right here. So basically it's trigger R or button B. So once you've done that, you'll hit OK and you'll set it. Next one here is just going to be button A, which is button B, that's for jump. For the map, I just did the back button and the start button. Those are the two little buttons in the middle. For the plus and minus buttons, which are the zoom in and out of the map, I chose the thumb, L, and R press down buttons. And then for the missile, I chose shoulder R. On the Wii Remote, it's D-pad down. For the morph ball, I chose the X button, which is the Y on the Pro controller. And then lock on is just going to be trigger L like usual. Next up we have the beam menu and the visor menu. Both of these were very tricky. If you watched my Metroid Prime 2 playthrough, you'll notice that I'm kind of scrolling through everything both ways. I'm not going to lie, that was probably one of the most annoying parts of it. And that's because I didn't have it mapped properly. But I figured this out, so check this out. So when you map the beam menu, you'll remember in Metroid Prime Remastered how you hit X and then the D-pad to change your beams. So you'll just do that. On the Xbox, it's button Y and pad N. So you'll choose from your operators, you'll find and you'll do and pad N. And you'll set that for each one of them, up, down, right, left. Make sure that enable beam menu is not checked, because hitting Y will cause the actual menu from the Wii to show up on the screen, and you don't want that. And then for the visors, it's a little bit more complicated because what we're doing is we want to use the pad by itself, but we already have the pad tied to the beams, but we have it tied to the beams and Y. What we need to do is we need to select the D-pad direction, then we go to our operators, we select and then we select not, and then we select button Y. So what this is going to end us up with is pad in, so we're pressing pad in, we're pressing pad E, and not button Y. So that when we hit pad in, or we hit pad E without hitting button Y, all it does is change the visor. And that's how you're able to tie the D-pad to two different functions, while having them not interfere with each other. And also make sure enable visor menu is unchecked, otherwise it actually will interfere. Spring ball will be button Y, which was button X on the Pro controller. And then for the grapple lasso, you'll just put it to trigger R, which is the shoot function. So how this is actually going to work is when you go up to an area that requires you to use the grapple lasso in Metroid Prime 3, you'll shoot at first, but then if you have it locked on, it will trigger the grapple lasso regardless, and then you just continually shoot in order to pull the grapple lasso. And it will perform its function as intended without the shooting interfering with it. The movement stick and the camera control should already be mapped according to PrimeHack settings, so you should be good on that. Just make sure your dead zone's at 25, your horizontal sensitivity's at 45, your vertical's going to be at 35, and then you should be golden. And that's how you do it. So thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the tutorial, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm hoping to put out some more stuff very soon. I'm currently working on finishing up the first Metroid Prime 2 playthrough. Then we've got Metroid Prime 4 coming out next week. I'm wanting to live stream that on Twitch for a little bit. And then trying to see what else we can do. I'm going to put it on YouTube, obviously. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching once again, and I will see y'all next time.